welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation, and actually it is now proven to last 24 hours, which I think is amazing for anyone that is on the go. And really, I just want to try this foundation out on camera. I bought it yesterday at Ulta because I was just looking around. I had something to return, so I was like, okay, well, maybe there's something new that I should try. Obviously, this is not a new foundation, but I just saw it and I was like, you know what? I really want to try a new foundation. Let's give it a shot. And instead of just trying it out on my own, I wanted to do it on camera. And if you're interested on all the information that's claimed on the box and actually how it wears, I did a whole wear test and checked back in with you guys after 3 hours of wear and after 12 hours of wear. So if you want to learn more about this hydrating foundation, then keep on watching. Okay, so I pulled up the details of the foundation on Ulta. So let's just kind of jump into what this foundation claims. So first of all, there are 40 shades, which I think is amazing. And I thought it was really easy to find my shade. We'll see in a second if it really is my shade. But I like the way it was laid out because in Ulta, it was laid out is the fair section, the light section, the medium light section, medium section, deep section. Like, they had it all categorized, and then within those sections they had in the middle of it neutral, but then they had warm with peach undertones or warm with yellow undertones, and then cool with olive undertones, cool with yellow, I don't know. But I'm neutral, so it was really easy to find my perfect shade, hopefully. So yeah, I really liked the way it was laid out, and I didn't have to sit there in the store and really like think about my shade. I hate when foundations have like these creative names for their product, like caramel or vanilla latte or I don't know, white chocolate. It's always food related. So yeah, I just like how it's straight to the point. This is light with neutral undertones. Let's read the little description. So Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation is a high-performing liquid foundation that helps you face anything. Studio Skin evens skin tone and never settles into pores and lines. Find your perfect match among 40 shades. It's the same great formula now proven to last 24 hours. The claims that this foundation has is that it's medium to full buildable coverage, which I like. I like more of a medium coverage. Never settles into pores or lines. I don't necessarily have pores, and the only lines I might get might be underneath my eyes, but I don't put foundation there. Won't oxidize, which is really important to me because when you're picking your foundation color, that's the color you're expecting to get, not 1 or 2 shades darker. And also I feel like when foundations oxidize, it's always like orange. So that's a great little promise that they give. And also I think it's 2019. Foundation shouldn't oxidize anymore. I felt like that was a problem I had in middle school. It lasts 24 hours, and we'll get into that in a second, but I'm really gonna test how long it wears throughout the day. Won't cause breakouts, controls oil and shine. I don't have oily skin. That's not an issue for me. I don't normally break out from foundation. Transfer resistant, sweat and humidity resistant. So I am going to work out today because I work out every single day, and today I'm going to a core yoga class, and honestly I do sweat in that class. Like, it's kind of hard, but if that's not enough to get me really sweating, I'll go run on the treadmill for a little bit, and then I will come back and check in with you guys so you can really see if the foundation stayed during my workout. I would love to see that because, you know, sometimes you want to look good after your workout or during your workout. You never know. And I'm not gonna take off my makeup to go work out. Like, that's silly to me. I take off my makeup when I'm done for the day. Also, it is cruelty-free and vegan, which is amazing. Love cruelty-free. And on Ulta, it has 2,491 reviews, so obviously it is well liked by many people because it has almost a full 5 stars. And I looked through the reviews, and the highest reviews were just like, it's perfect, you found the perfect match, it lasts all day. Like, they basically confirm all the things that this foundation says it does. But I looked at the reviews that only had 2 or 1 star, and they said that it wasn't hydrating at all. It went into their lines, it didn't last all day, like basically just the opposite of what other people say. But the most common one was that it wasn't hydrating and that it was cakey. So I really do want to put that to a test because I feel like I'm a good person to review this product because I do have naturally very dry skin and I'm out and about all day. I am a college student. That is like the main thing I say on my YouTube channel so far. So basically my day to day, I am going to put this foundation on. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:39 right now. And I'm going to go to class at noon and I have class until 4 o'clock. Then I go work out until 5:30 and come home and just kind of do homework for the rest of the day. So yeah, let's kind of just jump right into applying the foundation. So since this is a review video, I'm actually going to use the That Gal Brightening Face Primer by Benefit. This is kind of an old product, but I thought I could try it out for the first time on camera just because I bought it to go along with this foundation. I like how you can just dot it onto your face. The Smashbox foundation does recommend using their primer with it, like the photo finish, which I actually really do love that primer, but I think the price is just a little too steep for your girl. But it is honestly a very good primer, but it's more of a pore healing primer, which I just don't need. So I like primers like this Benefit one that is brightening, just hydrating, and leaves your skin looking really just dewy and pretty. It smells really good. Also, it's kind of tacky, which I think is good for any foundation. So far I really like this. Also, I forgot to say that I did put sunscreen on before my foundation and I put moisturizer underneath my eyes. This is the packaging for the Smashbox foundation and it does have a pump, which is amazing. And this foundation does retail for $36. I think that's kind of mid-range for a foundation. And first I'm just gonna pump it into my hand. I'm gonna do about that much and I'm gonna dot it all over my face. So far it does feel hydrating just like on my hand and it feels kind of fluffy almost. I don't know, that sounds weird. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill JH03 foundation brush and lately I've been going in with a flat brush like this and then kind of going in first with the foundation. So let's do that. So far I think this is a good shade match. Once again, I didn't even test this on my skin at Ulta. I just knew that I have a light skin tone and that I'm neutral. Blending out beautifully from what I can see, and I don't know, you can probably tell my skin does have a nice radiant look to it. I feel like it covered, like I had a blemish right here, one kind of right there, and I think it covered it really well. And now I'm going in with my Morphe sponge just to blend it all in case there were any brush strokes. And keep in mind, if you want to apply it with a sponge, you're going to get a sheer coverage. With the brush, you get a more full coverage. Okay, so far I think it looks really good. Usually foundation will cling on to the middle of my eyebrow because I get very dry skin right there, as well as kind of on my nose. And it looks like it picked up just the slightest, but I also have a ring light on my face, so when I have it off, I really don't notice it, but I can see a little bit of shine throughout my face, so I think it has a nice dewiness. My skin feels like it doesn't feel that tacky, which is nice. So I've had foundations where it's just like it feels very wet still, which is just uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel drying at all. It feels very nice. And I feel like the coverage was medium. I don't know if it was full, but it did say buildable. So maybe if I put on another layer, it's pretty full coverage. But that is definitely not the look I'm going for today. And I think this match is honestly perfect. I'm wearing fake tan right now, but I feel like even if I'm not wearing fake tan, it's probably gonna work for me. So yeah, I really like it. So now I'm gonna put on some concealer and let you know how that blends out. Okay, so I blended in my concealer and a little bit of contour, and it blended out seamlessly. It really meshed well with my other cream products, which is so important because sometimes when you have a new foundation, your old products might pick it up from your face and it'll leave you kind of blotchy. But I've noticed with more hydrating foundations that can be a problem, but this ended up blending out so beautifully. I feel very flawless right now, giving me the full coverage, but at the same time I don't look too cake face. So far I disagree with the reviews that are saying you get a cake face and that it's settling into lines, because I think so far I look very flawless and youthful, and yeah, that's my opinion so far. So now I'm going to do the rest of my makeup off camera, come back, give you one last little first impression review, and then I'm going to go to class, go throughout my day, and give you an update of how it wears. Okay, so I finished up my makeup, and just a few thoughts before I go about my day is I thought it started to cling up right in between my eyebrows, like I said before. Very common with my foundation, so if it gets worse throughout the day, I'll let you know. But if it doesn't, then I don't really think it's an issue, just because every foundation does that. I just have a lot of little dry patches right in between my eyebrows. But everywhere else on my face, I think it looks good. I do get a little bit of lines within my forehead, so we'll check that out later. But right now, everything looks pretty flawless. All my powders went on top of it flawlessly. And actually underneath my eyes look really good today. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's this foundation. I don't know if it was the primer. I don't know if it's because I let my moisturizer sit for an extra long time, but I look very like hydrated right now. I'm gonna set my face with All Nighter now. So it solidifies the whole product. So I'm giving this foundation a good chance to last all day. But yeah, and everything that I used on my face, I'll link it down below in case you're wondering. So yeah, I am gonna go get ready now, and then I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hey everyone, so this is my first check-in of the day for the Smashbox foundation wear test, and I put on the foundation around 10:40 a.m. and it is 2 o'clock now, so it's almost been on for 5 hours. And I have worked out. I said earlier that I was going to be working out later, but apparently I'm working out twice today because my first class, my textiles class, got out like an hour early, and I don't have my next class until 3 o'clock, and so I had so much time to kill, so I just worked out for an hour and did weights, and later I'm doing yoga. But I was sweating a good amount, and also I was working out right where like the sun was shining through the windows, so it was like extra hot. And honestly, like I feel like there isn't really a difference in my foundation. I'm looking at it on my phone, but I've also kind of looked in the mirror and I didn't see anything that was like, oh my gosh, like it looks patchy or like it's clinging onto dry patches. It looks pretty good, and overall I wouldn't say anything has budged or moved. I still feel like it's very well intact. So yeah, so far I think it's held up pretty well. I still have the other half of my day to get through, and then I will check up with you guys one last time before I take off my makeup. So I will see you then. Okay, so this is my last check-in for the day for the 24-hour foundation, and unfortunately I will not be wearing it for 24 hours, but I have worn it for 12 and a half hours. So I started wearing it at 10:30 a.m. and it now is 10:25 p.m. and I have done quite a few things today. First, I put on the foundation at 10:30, then I went to my first class for college, and then after that I went to an impromptu weight workout, and that lasted for an hour. Went to my last class of the day, then went to a yoga class, which does make you sweat, let me tell you. And then went home, took a nap because I was kind of exhausted by my day. So I was waiting for my friend Bree to text me, so I ended up going to my friend Bree's house. We had dinner and watched The Bachelor, so if any of you have watched The Bachelor, leave a comment down below. Tell me who you thought was going to win this season. I don't know who's won yet. We're still waiting on the episode tomorrow because today is Monday, March 11. So tomorrow is the season finale of The Bachelor and I cannot wait. Anyways, off topic. So I went into the bathroom and really looked at my face and saw if anything changed, what has visibly, you know, gone away throughout the day, or if there's any blotchiness. So overall, I really like this foundation. My camera is not like the highest of quality, so I'm not going to be able to like zoom in exactly on my face so you can see everything, but just to kind of give you a visual, on my forehead right around here, I kind of had that problem within my midway check-in point, so it is a little blotchy here, and that's from me taking on and off my sweatshirt, I'm sure from sweating a little bit during my workout. And it's not like you can totally see like where your foundation ends and where your skin starts, that kind of thing. It doesn't look necessarily that bad, and I'm looking over there because my mirror's over there. And then it faded around my mouth a little bit, and that's just from eating. I did like eat a lot of food today. Oops. But everywhere else I feel like looks really good, and I still look like I could go out and look presentable and I wouldn't have to worry about my makeup at all. Nothing feels tight, nothing feels like scratchy or like I need to take off my makeup. Usually at the end of the day I'm like, oh my god, like I really want to take off my makeup. But honestly, my skin feels really good. And also I did say like I had dry patches in between my eyebrows, and honestly I feel like it doesn't look as bad as it did when I first put it on. It was not bad when I first put on the foundation, but I definitely kind of noticed it did pick up a little bit of dry skin, but now like you wouldn't know, and my skin looks very flawless. I don't know if that's because throughout the day it almost melts into your skin. I have no idea, but I feel like it almost just, it looks more melted in your skin. I don't know what it is. So yeah, that makes me think that the foundation kind of melts into your skin as the day goes on, and it starts becoming more natural looking, because I don't know, it does genuinely look good for my 12-hour day, and normally people won't be, you know, wearing makeup as long as I have today. Sometimes they might be wearing it longer, but it's nice to know that you're gonna have a good full coverage or medium coverage foundation on all day, and it's going to look good. So overall, I believe that the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydrating Foundation is approved by me, someone that has very dry skin. And I do agree with the claims that it's a medium to full buildable coverage, as well as sweat, humidity, and exercise resistant. I exercised a lot today, and you know, it really did live up to the expectations that I had for it. So this was great, and I feel like the color was amazing, and the shade range is very easy to navigate and kind of find your true shade. And let me know down below what other videos you might want to see in the future. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. Okay, see you next time. Bye.